Liam, how's it going, buddy?
Hello.
Dude, that was so fucking fun.
Thank you.
So, I mean, like shit. I think I played this. I was kind of out during the last part of the development of this map, but seeing all of the things just like come together and have this just incredible level of polish is something else. You guys did it.
It's the best feeling when it all actually comes together. No
Oh
one
yeah.
sees the hot mess it was before everything slots into place.
I mean, it wasn't that much of a mess, I have to say. Like it was like I could see just how everything in general was going to come together and all of that, but then actually seeing it come together, and having just the happiness meter stuff, all of that is incredible. And yeah, and Jig says I have seen some messes. That's true. There's been some things that have come through the pipe, but this is not one of them. So we do just a quick introduction of who you are, who Orville is, and we'll get it going.
Yeah, so I'm Liam. I'm the audio director and project manager, and Orville makes stuff. That's our main thing.
Just make stuff. So how
We
so
make stuff.
so I know you had a pretty cool kind of process of getting into the marketplace because you were publishing through, I believe, Cyclone Designs. Is that right?
Yeah, good friends. Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of how was that process of going from being kind of a publishing partner into becoming your own?
Yeah, I mean, it was really kind of a process of learning. I think you can see that through the progression of our maps. Like, you can look at our first map, the Royal Kingdom, and we really didn't know anything that we were doing. We didn't know how animation controllers worked. We didn't know how our animations worked. We actually had to hire someone in to do all of that stuff for us because we didn't really know what we were doing basically. And over the course of developing that map and then going from pretty much a survival spawn map with some parkour, some small elements, we decided let's just try and make the best map in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
And then we tried to make Tiki Island, um, which was maybe a bit more of a bite than we were ready for at the time. We didn't really know what we were getting into, but that kind of it was kind of forged in fire kind of situation there, where we were really learning as we were doing it. And now, by the time we've got to kind of the theme park, we kind of it feels good because we can focus on actually making the map
Mm-hmm.
instead of just figuring out how basic stuff works.
Yeah. That's really cool. And I always like hearing the stories of people going through publishers at the beginning because it really you know, allows you to kind of not to worry about all of the extra things that go into being a marketplace partner. Because there's a lot of other
Mm.
stuff that you have to kind of pay attention to and be a part of, and it can be overwhelming at the beginning. So it gives you an opportunity to kind of get your feet wet before going too crazy.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. So this whole project, kicked off, for this map and for the summer sale maps in general. We're gonna be playing Crab Cove Carnival with some subscribers after this, which I'm super excited about. Um, so we basically kick this off as wanting to do kind of something similar to the community celebration last year, last holiday, and just giving the community and giving the players of Minecraft Bedrock a bunch of new persona items and a bunch of new maps. And when my team was kind of thinking about who do we want to partner with to actually make this, Oreville Studios is one of the top ones we thought of, just because there's just this level of polish and things like that go into your map. So what was kind of the reaction in the studio when we reached out to you and told you that we wanted to partner with you guys to make a map like this?
Well, I certainly did an embarrassingly bad dance around the house, screaming my head off. We were extremely excited to have the sort of the opportunity to work more closely with the team. It was kind of a bit of they see us moment.
Yeah, they're like, hey, it's like, oh my god, we matter. We're in it. We're in that kind of group of partners that have made. There's been a lot of incredible partners that have made these kind of We call them like second party maps, where it's us as Mojang, partnering with a studio like Oreville or Noxcrew or Jiggerbov to make this kind of content that's either going to be free or licensed or something like that.
Yeah.
And Orville's always been one that we wanted to kind of get in there, just because we could tell that there was just this level of quality there. So yeah, I mean, we were personally just really excited about getting y'all all in here. So when we kind of approached you with the idea, how did the theme, if you will, of the theme park kind of come about?
Okay, so we had a little chat with all of us, and a bit of a brainstorming session. There were several kind of different ideas being thrown around, and then I think it was me who said theme park, just like in the back corner of this chat, everyone's saying ideas, and then I'm just like, what about a theme park? And then everyone kind of went silent, and it was like, yeah, and like as we continued brainstorming because we're like, oh, maybe we'll come up with a better thing, but like it just from that point to the end, we were just making the theme park. Like the name didn't even change. Like we were just this is exactly what we want to make. This is what we're gonna make. And then like we kind of fleshed out the details of that over the next like couple weeks.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It was just basically I thought just these two maps, part of the Summer Sellers went so well together because this is such a cool, kind of single player. I mean, of course you can play in multiplayer too, but that's kind of more linear story driven kind of thing. And then the other one's like this, this awesome map that you put up on your realm. So there's this really nice yin and yang that kind of went between these two maps. So now I want to just talk about like, how did you actually make this? Because there's just so much cool stuff there. So I think the first thing that really blew me away were the entity models and like the animations. Can you touch on a little bit of the kind of artistic process of how you go about creating those characters and bringing them to life?
Yeah, so we actually have two people on the team who are responsible for that. We have a very talented concept artist called Victor, and we have our animator and modeler called Toby. And pretty much what happens is Vike makes some incredible, amazing art in about 15 minutes flat. Just scribbles it down on a piece of paper, and it's already like got lighting and perspective, and it's already like amazing. And then he tells us he's drawn this rubbish thing because he's too humble. And then Toby basically takes whatever he's drawn because it's amazing, and then turns that into models, does all the animations, and then finally that gets like sent off to me to do sound design.
Cool. Yeah, so it definitely seems like a very, very team-based process where there's kind of each person owns like a kind of a part of that and then kind of goes through. Do you know how many entities were modeled for this map?
I do actually have some statistics.
Ooh, okay.
There are 129 models, 729 textures, and 765 JSON files.
You couldn't get up to 130? What are you doing? It was 129? You're just like, oh, we're good with that, I guess.
Ran out of ideas, man. Ran out of ideas.
That's the limit. You had 129 ideas exactly.
It's in there, like we finished the map like a month before. Like we're just like, we really got to get like one more model, man, and we just nothing came.
Nothing came out of the idea box.
Yeah,
that's too funny. A couple questions from chat. Jig asks, how long did it take to put this whole map together?
2 months.
Okay. Damn.
So from concept to finished map, 2 months.
That's wild. That's totally wild. I don't know how you guys did it. I mean, it was probably a lot of late nights, some weekends maybe, but
yeah, I don't think I think I might have slept 7 hours in that 2 months period. Yeah. I think somewhere around there. Yeah, you got to treat yourself.
Totally. And one of the things, this is kind of a funny story. One of the things that my boss, Todd, who is the kind of director of the partner program servers and all that stuff, we always talk about how there's a time to put the gas pedal down and there's a time to coast. And knowing when it's time to do either of those is really important because, sometimes when it's time to put the pedal to the metal, you got to do that, but it's not sustainable. And there's other times where it's like, all right, we got to coast a little bit, focus on, mental health or, things like that. And when you get approached by Mojang to make a free map that is going to get, millions of downloads, that might be one of those times to put the pedal to the metal. But now that you're done, what's kind of on the team's plan? Like, what do you?
Well, we've got a bit of a lead foot at Oreville.
Okay.
We don't. So we're straight on working on the next thing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. But also make sure to take some vacation. Make sure to take some time. Don't burn yourselves out. But
Of course.
the thing is, if you're doing what you love, what it's not like you're working too much.
No.
Big Die from Big Die Gaming says, does your team have game design experience outside of Minecraft?
We do not. Well. So model, animator, texture artist, all the same guy, by the way. Everything that he's learned from doing these marketplace maps. If you want to see some of the very first textures he ever did, you just download the Fantasy Kingdom and have a look. I have a background in sound design at university and other small projects, but it's quite different working on Minecraft stuff. You kind of have to relearn everything.
Yeah, I can imagine not being exactly the same. So on that sound design question, so I'm curious, like, what was your, when you went to university, what was kind of your initial thought of the kind of job or the role that you were going to take with your degree?
So I kind of started in university as a bit of a leaf in the wind. I took a very nice course that actually allowed me to kind of explore different options. I started as a performer, also picked up like studio recording, composition, sound design, and then as the course kind of progressed, they kind of go like, okay, now you got to pick like 3 options. Now you got to pick 2 options. Now you're going to pick like your one, like that's going to be your thing. So it kind of designed to kind of narrow you down into something. And that ended up being composing for me, but with a kind of side of sound design.
That's really cool. So then that was one of the things that was, that I feel like every time I play an Oreville map, I'm blown away by the voice actor work. Is that something that you kind of lead and manage too? Is doing the?
It is, yeah. So I also write all the scripts and manage the.
Really?
Yeah.
I
wear a lot of
multi-talented
hats.
people. Yeah. That's really impressive.
I also did a bit of voice acting in the theme park. I had my starring role as the Whack-A-Mole game.
Oh. That was probably my favorite one, just because the little
Yeah.
mole things were damn cute.
But yeah, we actually recorded the voice acting in a professional ADR studio in Manchester.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
because it sounded incredible.
Crisp, right? Crisp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not every day Mojang comes knocking on your door.
It's true.
So you gotta pull out the big guns.
That's true. A couple other questions from chat too. Jamie's got a newish regular question. What does release day look like to your team? Do you guys have like a tradition or things or just anything fun to celebrate or kind of what does that day look like?
Okay, so we have a kind of release party kind of. We're a kind of internet-based company, international, that kind of thing. So it's all kind of, we all jump into a Discord. We all watch the trailer go live. Then we load up the marketplace with our fingers crossed, hoping for that hero spot, and then crying if it doesn't happen, or cheering when it does.
Yep.
So yeah, we do have a fun time when it gets released. It's a lot of joy.
That's really cool. Yeah, no, it's it's always fun to kind of see the fruits of your labor and hop on Twitter or whatever and hey, sometimes your map gets played on my stream too as well because we've played through Steampunk Adventures. I had a great time playing that map.
So yeah, Steampunk Adventures was a lot of fun to put together.
Yeah, and especially too because I think we had like my whole team. I think we were all playing it together,
Oh
And
yeah, I remember because you you broke it.
we broke it. Yep, 100%. And then I think I can't remember who it was like, hey, just run this command, real quick, and it'll totally fix it. And it'll totally fine. It'll be good.
Yeah, I mean
And
it's
then
not
it
your
was good.
fault. Igor's just so you just want to freeze the little guy, don't you? Like
Yeah,
it's that's
it is
just
what it
good
is.
character design.
Yeah, totally. It is what it is, you know. But I think that's the funniest thing about these streams is every once in a while I'll hit a bug, and I've gotten pretty good at recognizing when there's a bug, and I'm trying, I do my best to just kind of wave my hand around it and just be like, oh, we'll fix that later,
Yeah.
kind of things.
It's yeah, it's a bit of a problem with how when you do linear story kind of maps, if you have a bug, the story stops. The game stops.
Yeah. It kind of ends up blocking the progression. If I'm playing like a survival spawn kind of map where we're just kind of playing regular vanilla Minecraft, it's hard for those to kind of break in that same way as other things. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back in the Steampunk Adventure stream, you said, paraphrasing, "If you're impressed by this, just wait. We're not even at our full power." Is this a great question?
You're quoting my own words.
Yeah. Is this your full power? Is this the peak of Oreville, or have we not seen the peak yet?
No, of course not.
Oh damn. Damn. Okay. I mean, here's the thing though: is like those are big words, but you've already backed them up with this map. So I mean,
Yeah.
I can't go and say that
I mean, we polish everything we do, but we didn't have time to like kind of buff out the last few little scratches on this one. But
That's fair.
yeah,
Well, very cool.
We're very excited for you to see what we've got coming.
Oh, I was just about to transition to ask what kind of teasers can you give me? Anything juicy about what's coming up next?
Ooh, can I?
Don't get yourself in trouble though.
I will tell you one thing. It's not a linear story.
Oh,
It's not a linear story.
that actually makes me really excited because I'll be curious, kind of to see it could be something that's a little branching, maybe a little more open world. Who knows? That's a lot of different things that it could be.
There's just one thing that's not.
What? Yeah. Hey, that's fine though, because I mean that's the thing is like a lot of the really impressive Orville maps have been those kind of linear stories. So I'll be very curious to see kind of how you go about navigating, doing something that's a little bit out of the comfort zone potentially.
Yeah.
Well, Liam, thank you so much for hopping in. Chat. Any other final questions for Liam before we let him go and hop into the old Crab Cove, which I am also very, very excited about because we have at least
they did a fantastic
people.
job on those mini games.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited.
So fun.
I am so excited to go and just play a bunch of mini games. That's a great question. What was your favorite part about working with Mojang?
Oh, definitely just the interaction is just fantastic. Like being a part of that whole, like being allowed to be part of that whole process. You could very easily have just been like, yeah, here's the brief, make the map, tell us when it's done, we'll handle everything else. But it was a very involved process, which was really, really incredible.
Good. I'm glad it was a positive process. It was I had to go on leave right near the end of the project, so kind of near the back of my head, I was like, I hope everything's working out. But my team is incredible. Greg stepped up, same with a bunch of other people, and just playing
Nathaniel
it today
as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nathaniel was fantastic, and just playing it today, I was just, oh yeah, we killed it. This map was sick.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah. So amazing work.
I'll just answer that last really important question. Brown sauce,
from Jammy?
of course.
Yeah.
Brown sauce.
Oh, okay.
You got it. It's a sausage sandwich.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good. I'm actually kind of hungry. I gotta go eat some lunch at some time, but I got a couple more hours of streaming to do. I had a big breakfast, so I'll be fine. But Liam, thank you so much. I'm so excited to see what we got next on the Oreville Studios plate. And
I'm excited to show you.
Yeah, and I'm sure when it comes out, I'll get you back on the stream, and we'll ask you some more tough questions, And
Oh, absolutely. Hopefully we can get some other people from the studio in next time.
yeah, no worries. It'll probably be a little bit later. I did you a favor and streamed in the morning,
Oh,
my time.
we only
So
get that the one time, do we?
yeah, you might.
Gonna.
Yeah, getting back into the working, into the work and all that stuff. We might have to do that, and but we'll figure it out.
That's all right.
I got your
I'll
info.
push my
So
bedtime. I'll push my
yeah,
bedtime just for you.
yeah. There you go. Just sleeping a little bit late on Friday.
It'll be fine.
It should be too big a deal. But all right, Liam, you have a fantastic rest of your weekends, and can't wait to see what's next.
All right, take care. See ya.
You too.